Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your support. And wherever you are in the world, just know that you're on my mind and that you're part of a group of women over 60 who are, really trying to make sense and enjoy this time of their life. And I just am so impressed by the way that you guys talk to each other, the way that you engage with me, and just show your gratitude as I show mine for you. So really, thank you so much for being here. Before I start, I wanted to mention to you that you may not be aware of all the different channels that we have here on 60andMe. We have, of course, the YouTube channel. We have our website, of course, and that's what I wanted to remind you about. We've now really got a lot more content on our website, and I'd love to invite you to go up there and check out what we're doing and give us your feedback and comments and suggestions. We want to be producing content that is of value to you in your life. So we welcome that. And if you go out to 60andme.com/start, that will tell you all the different places that you can find us and what we're doing in all those places. Some exciting things coming in the next few months. So just please stay with us. It's great. So I still got a little bit of a sore throat here, guys, so please bear with me as I struggle through. I'll probably be reaching for my mega mug. This is my huge cup of tea. I actually have drunk half of it. It's my English breakfast tea. Look at the size of that mug. Isn't that gorgeous? But yeah, I just felt like English breakfast with a bit of milk this morning, and that's what I am drinking. So anyway, back to the topic for today. I was struck by this conversation with Marcia Smalley and this morning, actually, when I read the article, and I really wanted to share it with you because I think it's got some very, very interesting points that I've been reflecting on more and more the last few days and weeks. Now, the topic of the article is how does it being 60 differ from being 50? And of course, I know we have a lot of women in our community who are in their mid 60s and in 70s. And so the kind of question is, what is it different between being in your 60s and 70s and being 50? And I really think that Marcia touched on so many important things here. And in many ways, we probably should have called our company 50 and Me because that's when all the real changes start happening. Where your family is growing up and your kids, if you've got them, are leaving home, going to college or starting their own families. You've got perhaps situations with relationships, you're getting divorced or separated and, feeling maybe was overwhelmed by the changes that are going on in your body. You've got those wrinkles that just pop up from nowhere, and you're gaining weight, and all these things that are related to hormones, but also related to diet and habits and exercise, and of course work. I mean, when you're in your 50s, most women are still working some way, and it's that kind of that sense of value that you had in your life when you were a little bit younger. But now things are changing and it's a really challenging time for you. So you've got friends who are turning 50. I mean, I've got so many friends who work at Microsoft where I worked who are still in their 50s, but creeping into 60 and now feeling the ageism in the workplace, feeling, there is some discrimination, but feeling that shift in the value that they add in a work environment. So I think it's really important, now that we can make a comparison, to reach out to those women and give them, tell them to come visit 60andMe for a start, but also to be thinking more about their the transition that they're about to make. So, when you're in your 50s, you're deciding about what your next career move, whether you've saved enough, whether you are going to make it through the retirement bridge. Are you more, ask yourself, are you more invisible to men? I mean, are you still attractive? Are you still in shape? And so many people in the comments to this article were saying, gosh, when I was 50, I was so dynamic. I was still exercising and working and thinking and educating. And when I reached 60, something shifted. Now, it's not all bad. This is the thing that I wanted to share with you because a lot of women said that basically when they reached 60, positive things started to happen. 50 had all those other elements, that we were exciting and dynamic and working and contributing and all of that. But when you got to be 60, you kind of not slowed down physically, but you kind of calmed down a bit. And Marcia talks about this process. I think it's very, very interesting that you get to discover your personal sense of style. You don't feel so judged by people like what you're wearing. You just don't feel like you have to worry so much about what people are thinking about you. You accept that your body has limits, that you are not able to walk maybe as long and far and hard as you used to, that we have some limits to what we can do. And that's okay. That's okay. I think that, we have to realize that, of course, our bodies, the muscle changes, the hormones change, and we have to work really super hard in our 60s to keep that same level of strength. But it's not impossible, and it's very much recommended. But we start to come to terms with change. And I think that's the thing that we fight a little bit in our 50s, that we want to stay young, youthful, beautiful, vibrant, interesting, attractive forever. And it's not that we can't move into our 60s with that state of mind, but there are some changes. And I think that one of the big things, of course, is work. And when we leave our workplace, Marcia talks about, we can play. We can still work, maybe part-time or even full-time, but we can still do it with an attitude of more, more relaxed and calmer. And I think for me, certainly, working as an entrepreneur, and it's not easier, trust me. I work probably, well, I don't know, twice as many hours, but I work a lot of hours. It's not with the same pressure. I mean, if I wanted, for example, to take an afternoon off and go to a movie or spend time with my grandson or travel somewhere, go to the mountains, I can do it. I don't have that same pressure. So I think work is the thing that we can let go of a little bit, and even if we're still working, change our attitude to it in our 60s. Another thing that Marcia points out, which I think is really quite subtle, is that in our 50s, we're really trying to chase this sense that time is running out. Because, as I said earlier, your changes in your skin and your body are moving pretty fast. You've gone through, you're getting to go through menopause. So hormonally, you're changing. That shift of not having, the ability to have children, and even though it's not practically, maybe even in your 50s, but, you still feel like the time is running out for certain things. And I think in your 60s, I mean, certainly with me, I may be with you too, you start to feel like, it's okay. Time becomes more precious, and you have more gratitude for the moments, for the days. I always say that, when I come on these videos, that wherever you are in this world, having a beautiful day, I mean, it's just every day is precious. And I think that is what happens as you get a little older, as you move into your 60s and 70s, that you become, I guess, kind of present. It's that present in the moment, and appreciate the moments rather than try to, rush through it and accomplish so much. You now can say, yeah, I've got things I want to do. And maybe you want to explore your creative muse or your creative side, or you want to start a business, or you want to, embark on a new relationship, or make new friends, start a new sport. But these things are not with the same level of time is running out. I've got to do it before I reach my whatever birthday. And I think that's the biggest shift, is that making that attitudinal change between your 50s and 60s, staying young and youthful in your 60s, absolutely, but to not worry so much. Maybe you can leave some comments on this below, because I'm talking to you always, as I do, from my own perspective. I'm thinking about it as I feel it right now. And I'm so happy that I have younger friends, and that we have shared values, and we have shared beliefs and desires and passions, but we're looking at it through a little bit of a different lens. And I think that that's what's different about, the honoring the difference in our age. Really would be interested in, I hope I haven't said anything here that's upset anybody, because I know there are so many women in their 60s who feel like they're 40. And that is perfectly okay. But there are many women in their 60s too who recognize the difference. So would love your comments, and let's have a nice, open, respectful chat and see what we can come up with. But what changes have you noticed between your 50s and your 60s? And which ones affected you the most? Really, really interesting to get your comments on this. And I will definitely check in and look at what you've got to say, and add my own thoughts as well. So, have you noticed any differences between your 50 and 60s? And which one affected you the most? Okay, that's the question for today. Have a nice cup of tea or coffee, whatever you're drinking, and get out there and do something positive for yourself. Look forward to hearing your comments on this topic. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take very good care. Bye bye for now.